Slime Rancher is an innocent game where you steal the local wildlife, throw them into a small cage, genetically modify them, all in the pursuit of new bucks. I will need to feed every Gordor slime, become the best slime racer, find the rarest slimes, and a bunch of very humane things, all in the pursuit of the greatest slime farm. This is how I 100%ed Slime Rancher. Once I was finally done reading this wall of text, we were able to play. So this is Slime Rancher. I ran around collecting my first couple of slimes to relearn the mechanics. Come here, slimies. To be able to farm these guys as plorts effectively, you have to throw them into these cages and feed them food to be able to get their plorts. Okay, we got some plorts. Selling the first plink plort plus $10. To make food a little bit easier to come by, you can build gardens on the ranch. But we can take it out, I'm pretty sure. I wanted to go exploring to find new slimes and foods. Okay. Rock slime. Ah, we got the map. While I was running around, I was also collecting food to be able to pop this Largo. Oh, he's already... Oh, wow. First slime key. Oh, is that a first achievement too? I then used the slime key we just got to open my first slime door to gain access to a new area. Oh, second achievement. Nice. Indigo Quarry. For early game money, we're going to need to collect boom slimes. Oh, wait, I can get an achievement. I was going to mix rad slimes into the boom slimes that I had collected previously. I planned on going aka fruits as they were rad slime's favorite food. Oka fruit. If you feed a slime its favorite food, it will produce double the amount of plorts it normally would. I would then start mixing the rad slimes and boom slimes together to create a hybrid between the two. And with these hybrids, it produces two different plorts at once. And with our newfound plorts, we are going to do the first big sell of the 100%. We won't actually, we'll sell them all. With my newfound money, I bought some upgrades. Yes. Ow. I also upgraded the corral that the slimes were in. Then I got a few achievements. But we'll see. With the new mucks that I had been making, I decided to buy the first expansion for the farm. Alrighty. You have Undergrove. With this expansion, it also unlocked the TP, making getting to the Indigo Quarry a lot easier. I also fulfilled my first request, which isn't really important now, but will be later. I needed another slime key to be able to progress further into a new area, buddy. Slime key. But we do have another slime key, so let's go get access to the hidden grotto. Alrighty, time to unlock it. Moss blanket unlocked. With the moss blanket finally unlocked, we had access to my favorite slime in the entire game, the honey slime. Honey slime. Their plorts look so good. Ooh, if we could get hunter slime, that would be fire. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's... Oh! That's who I wanted! Mint mangoes. Now that we're back at the ranch, we could set up the hunter honey slime corral and their food. I would first actually need to obtain the hunter plorts to be able to turn the honey slimes into the Gordor form. Now with new plort types, the money would start rolling in. With this newfound money, I bought the next expansion, the Overgrowth. I wouldn't be using it too much in this run, but it's still cool to have. Spawn over here too. I also collected a ton of chickens, just because. Man, this game's so relaxing that I'm forgetting to actually talk. With those chickens I had just collected, I popped this Gordor on this TP. We wouldn't really use the TP much, but I guess we have it. Let's say. But we'll be back here, I think. Oh my. Whew. Now I can get an achievement, but it's not going to be a fun one to get. And... we got access to the 7Z Rewards Club, and we really only needed one item, but we wouldn't get that for a while. I also popped his Gordo. With that new slime key we had just got, we opened up this door to gain access to the next area of the game. In this new area, you're met with a bigger door, and to open it, you need to collect a various amount of different plorts. Rat, or explosive, rad, the night guy, phosphorus. And that's exactly what I did. I ran around collecting the various plorts that I didn't have on the farm. Alright, let's go turn these bad boys in. Or in. Or. Plort. Ancient runes. Now that we have access to the ancient runes, we are able to get quantum slimes, which is the first part of my mega farm. I needed to collect as much fruit and quantum slimes as I possibly could in this area. Also, while I was running around, I had my first encounter with a rare slime. Man, of course I don't have a chicken on me. Being pretty much done in the ancient runes, I decided to press forward into the last area of the game. I would need to activate this TP before I could access the new area. And the last one. Now that we were in the glass desert, there was a whole host of new items that we could get. I also needed to collect 3 rock plorts, and you'll see why in a second. By putting these 3 rock plorts in the same type of statue that we did earlier, it would activate a spring. And with this spring, we could bring life back to the desert. But now there's little zones where slimes will spawn. For the final piece of the puzzle, I would need to collect as many mosaic slimes as possible. Come here, well, for now, our adventures here are over. Upside down, I'm in one. Back home we go. Now that we were home, we could finally start setting up the mega farm. And grow. In case you're wondering where I got the phase limits from, it's from shooting pogo fruits into these trees. Double wall. Once again, I would need to collect the plorts from the mosaic slimes. And with these plorts in hand, we could finally change all these guys to logos. Collecting the plorts right now is a bit crude, but later on, we fixed that problem. And with this sudden influx of money, we bought the next expansion, the lab. This is arguably one of the most important areas in the entire game. This is where you can fabricate a bunch of different machines for the sole purpose of making your life easier and for achievements. However, to actually make this function, you would need different plort types to be able to craft the different gadgets and whatnot. I also bought the final expansion to the farm, but I wouldn't use the docks at all in this run whatsoever. With the lab unlocked, I wanted to set up the basic infrastructure for the 4 basic plorts. Cool. We'll be mixing pink slimes and rock slimes together. We'll also be feeding them heartbeats, as it's rock slime's favorite food. Well, we can't have sprinklers. And we did the same thing for tabby and phosphorus slimes. We now have the 4 basic plort types being produced, and with all these new plorts, we can start fabricating gadgets. There are 3 different types of gadgets, and each gadget produces something different depending on the area that it's placed in. I would then just start building up the 4 basic plorts. guys need to be fed a ton, so let's just try it. Each gadget takes a certain amount of time to produce its special resource. Jellystone. I would go around collecting all of these resources daily. Forgot to do that thing. Okay. And while I was collecting, I ran into my first golden slime. Oh my gosh, first gold plort. Holy. There we go. I also unlocked the advanced gadgets as they're more cost efficient. Please give me a hexacomb. Let's go. Yes. The reason why I was so excited about that is because I finally had enough hexacomb to craft the drone. Now that I had access to this drone, it could automatically collect all the plorts that were on the floor. To set up the drone, you just have to select the target, source, and a destination so that way it knows what to do. Destination, silos. Activate. Now all I gotta do is come back here every now and again to fill up his water, but he should pick up the plorts. I also found another golden slime. Oh my gosh. When I was going to deposit this gold plort, something weird happened. What was that? Right after that, I popped 2 Gordos. I also found a gilded ginger, which will be very useful for later. Oh wow. I explored the rest of the glass desert, making it to the technical end of the game. Reading this last H note is the technical end of the game, but for us, we still have a long way to go. Here's a little bit of an achievement rush. Risky. Cool, here we go. Firecracker. There we go. I also got another drone down. Okay, we got the drone installed. Completing this quest for Mochi finally unlocked her farm. Oh, wait, hold on. I think this is it. After skipping through all of her dialogue because we do not care about it, we got access to the racetrack. Heading into the racetrack, we were going to press this big red button to start the race. Alright, well, let's go. Which way do I run? With the race started, Quicksilver slimes are going to start spawning in, and we have to shoot these spark shots at them to be able to produce the Quicksilver plort. While running around the track, you can get power-ups like these slow fields that make it easier to get the Quicksilver plort. Not bad. With the race now over, I turned on the Quicksilver plorts, and after this, we would never come back here ever again. Alright. That was cool. That was fun. I once again started collecting from my gadgets and got a really rare resource, the Royal Jelly. That I had the Royal Jelly, I wanted to unlock the market link through the Z Reward Club. Now with the recipe in hand, I crafted it. I immediately ran to where the Mega Farm was, I placed it down, and switched over the bot to start depositing into the market link. Now with the market link, we basically have an infinite money farm. The bots will pick up the plorts, sell them, immediately making us the money. I wanted to start setting up TPs around the map to make traveling a bit easier. See, it's really nice. We're here, Warp Tech, pink teleporter. Boom. Needing the slime ball hoop, I went ahead and fabricated it for a quick achievement. But before that, I wanted to unlock Victor's lab, so I needed to pop this Gordar here to gain access to the hidden area inside of the Indigo Quarry. All that I needed from here was just the crystal slimes. With all the items he needed in hand, I went ahead and turned him in, unlocking Victor's lab. Nice. I do have Victor's lab unlocked now, I think. Yes, I do. We took the TP to Victor's lab, and once again, we skipped through all of his dialogue to be able to get inside of the simulation. Holy. Now that we were in the simulation, we could suck up this debug spray and hit the slimes that look a little bit weird to collect the glitch slime. This is pretty much all I did until I left, so we're going to skip over most of it. Alright. Once we're out of the simulation, we got bug reports that we could turn in for the manifold cube, which is the only thing we needed from this place, a fold cube. Now we're done at Victor's lab forever. I also got my revenge on the lucky slime that eluded me last time. Gosh, I got it! I got it! Oh my gosh, I was actually so worried about that, but I got it. We're good. Now it was time to get the slime hoop achievement. That was super easy. And completely unexpectedly, we got another one. Oh my gosh. And a few more. Here we go. Pool party. There we go. I needed to unlock the advanced quarter snare, so I just opened up this pod right here to get the blueprint. There we go. Now that I had the blueprint, I realized I didn't have anywhere near close enough resources to make it, so I'd have to start farming for it. And to do that, I would just rinse and repeat the gadgets inside of the glass desert. And while I was building up those in the background, I got the final quest from this guy's name who I don't know how to pronounce, and I needed to do it to unlock the last farm. And with that task complete, I finally unlocked his farm. Once again, I skipped all the dialogue and went right into the teleporter into his real farm. I would only need a couple things from here, one of them being this pink fruit here, and then the saber-tooth plort from one of these guys. Once I collected enough of those purple fruits, I finally got some tofu, completing this whole area, and again, I would never come back. I also got the final achievement for selling 5,000 plorts. Yep, plort tycoon, let's go. And with this random elder rooster that I found, that completed the entire Slimepedia. Now I just need to try to snare a Hunter Gordo, which definitely isn't going to take 2 hours. Yes! Yes! Thank you, yes. I then realized with that last achievement, we only needed one more inside of the base game. Yeah, we just... Okay, yeah. Let's just go do the 24-hour achievement then. And after waiting around for about 24 minutes, we went back and got the achievement. Yep. There we go. And I think all that's left is 3 achievements. As you heard, we only have 3 achievements left. But to get those, you have to get them inside of the Rush game mode and make 75,000 in about an hour. I'll save you to suspense. The first run ended with about 79,999. But in our second run, that's when we got the last 3 achievements. 999. The initial plan of action was to collect as many fruits and veggies as we could to pop as many Gordos as possible. Also, we would need to complete as many of these quests as we possibly could. With all of the fruits and veggies that we collected, we popped the Gordo in this cave to grab its slime key. We kept pushing on, we grabbed this one hen, and we used that to pop this teleporter right here for quick access to this area. We completed this quest immediately, giving us more time and 6 gilded ginger. Right after that, we placed down our 3 free teleporters that we could place down anywhere on the map, granting faster access to that area. We would then take the gilded ginger we got from that quest and shoot it into this Gordo's mouth and pop as many gold slimes as we could. We would place down our free market link, selling all of the gold plorts we have collected so far. We would pop this pink Gordo for another slime key. I would then use a really well-known speedrun tactic to get into the moss blanket without spinning a slime key. I then immediately placed a teleporter so we wouldn't have to worry about opening the door. We would then make our way into the ancient ruins, and we wouldn't have to worry about the big door as it's automatically opened in rush mode. We would then rush through all of the ancient ruins and take this teleporter into the glass desert. We would place a TP to grant quick access. I collected 3 rock plorts to throw them into the same 3 statues as we did before. With ancient water in hand, we awakened the oases around the map. I would collect the most high value selling slimes in the area. We would then set them up inside of these corrals and start farming them in the background. We're going to pause here for just 1 second to explain a little bit why I want so many different types of plorts. Each plort that you sell 25 times will grant you a bonus at the end of the run. I also just wanted to see how many different types of plorts I could get in the allotted time. I made sure to mix each slime with the dervish slime, as pickled pears are their favorite food. I would once again need to pop this rock Gordo to be able to get access to even more golden Gordos. With that being said, I popped another golden Gordo. I saw another request pop up on the board, which I immediately went to finish. My goal is to pop as many golden Gordos for the 75,000 as their plorts sell for the most. I was also making use of the feral slimes around the map, as you can still get plorts from them, and I would just feed them their favorite foods to get the different plorts that I would need for the end. I once again got another quest on the board, which I immediately completed.
Buckhead's little robots aren't working either.
The rest of the run kind of fell into the same repetition of Papa Gordo, sell the plorts, and so on.
It actually confirms it.
With that final sell you just saw, we got pushed over the 75,000 mark, which completed this last achievement, so we would just need to wait around. 3, 2, 1, 0. Let's go, Rush Plort Master. We're done! As you saw, we finally got the last achievement, completing this 100%. 179,374. And just as proof, there you can see 57 out of 57 achievements. I just wanted to come on here at the end and say thank you to anybody who watched this far into the video. It means a lot to me. Also, after these credits play, listen to the song that is sang. It is so beautiful. I didn't want to throw it into the video in the middle of it because I feel like it would ruin it, but just listen to it.
Oh, please don't say that you'll go. My heart can't bear the news. Just knowing that you'll be 1,000 light years away if you do. And will you know when it's through? When you find what you're looking for, will you know what to do? 1,000 light years away when you do. Oh, when you do. And I should have said it before you were gone, 'cause I'm kicking myself for waiting oh so long. And I should have held you near every time I fear somehow you just wouldn't feel the same. So please don't say that you'll go. My heart can't bear the news. Just knowing that you'll be 1,000 light years away if you do. Oh, if you do. Well, I'm just sitting here gazing up at the stars. Let's say we pick one out and call the whole thing ours. And even though that light we see ain't the same for you and me, well, you'll know and I'll know that you and I can